States. But that's basically what happened in Ukraine. Speaking of civil unrest, let's move over to the Middle East again. So I decided that I wanted to talk to you specifically after I'd done some research about what ISIS is. ISIS, I-S-I-S, or I-S-I-L, ISIL, as they talk about it sometimes. So basically what happened, there's Osama bin Laden and the Taliban, right? They're one group. And then they merged with another group. They merged together in 2004 and they're called Al-Qaeda. Okay, so Al-Qaeda is like, they don't have a country, Al-Qaeda. They're just a group of jihadists, like a group of militant Islamic folk. Mainly, I think, Sunni. I could be wrong, don't hold me to that. And Sunni are a faction of the Islamic faith, are Orthodox, kind of like Orthodox Christians, Orthodox Jews, when they're like super by the book of the Quran or whatever their Torah, whatever their holy book is. They're super by the rules. They're very strict. And so that's what the Sunnis are. The Sunnis are basically Orthodox. And so you guys know the difference between Islam and Muslim, right? So Islam is the religion. Muslims are people that follow that religion. Same way that Christianity is the religion and Christians follow Christianity, Muslims follow Islam, if you guys didn't know what that was. The jihadists, they are now referring to themselves as, after they were Al-Qaeda, they joined into another group called the Islamic State of Iraq, which is ISI. Then, because Syria had recently, like I think this 2014, 2011 maybe it started, they had their own civil war, and that allowed, because of the civil unrest and because of the government not having control and like the drama, that allowed ISI to come in and infiltrate Syria and take over. So there's like three groups fighting in Syria. There's the government, there are the rebels, and then there are the ISIS people. So now ISIS stands for Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. They tried to change their name to Islamic State, but the rest of the people, Muslims in the world, were like, no, boo. Like, you do not represent us. You will not call yourself the Islamic State because you are not the Islamic State. There's like a million other of us besides 33,000 of you guys who are effing shit up for us. Recently, ISIS they have a huge internet and presence. Like, that's why we're able to hear every crazy thing that they're doing. And recently what they've done is they beheaded 21 Coptic Christian Egyptians. And Egypt is having none of it, you guys. Egypt is having none of it. Oh, and Libya is having stuff too, okay? Because you're, Gaddafi. So we effectively took Gaddafi out, and Gaddafi like is now not president or not the ruler of Libya. If you hear this word Levant, so it's like, sometimes it's referred to as Islamic State of Iraq and Levant, because Levant includes a couple of countries in the Middle East, and those countries are Cyprus, Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Palestine, Syria, and Turkey. So those countries are considered the Levant, and because ISIS now has kind of factions in almost every country, it's kind of like they are the Islamic State of that area. So they killed those 21 Coptic Christians in Libya, and Libya is northern Africa, and between Libya and Europe is the Mediterranean Sea. And Libya is next to Egypt, which is also in Africa, as for those of you who don't know that. Well, so like, there's a lot happening in the Middle East, you guys. There is a lot happening. There's a lot of civil unrest, and with that civil unrest allows these terrorist groups to come in and kind of set up roots in these countries because they don't have a strong central government to govern them. And I think what's crazy about it is that the United States aided in all this nonsense. Like, you know, we went over there trying to do something good, but the thing is, though, not everything that we do is going to be for the good. Not every country needs to have a democracy the way we have a democracy. You know, if there's dictators, if there is, you know, royalty, monarchy, if there is a communism, if there's all these different types of government, like, let these people be. You know, unless there's genocide, which I think there probably is and was and does happen in parts of the world. I feel like unless there's like genocide, like, we don't need to step in and do anything. Let people do what they want to do. Let countries run the way they want to run, because we don't physically have the manpower to send people over there we don't have manpower to go into Libya and to go into Iraq and to go into Syria and to go into all these countries that are being jacked up, we don't have the manpower to go into there to set up proxy governments and then leave and then have there be, I mean, what if somebody came over to our country and was like, look, you guys are doing shit wrong. We're going to help you. Let's help you for like 10 years or 8 years or whatever. Let's come here and do some shit. And then they leave. But then there's been people all along who've been angry about the fact that they've had interlopers coming into their country telling them how to run stuff. Like, it's not our fault that ISIS is what it is, but like, we contributed to the anger and the frustration and the people who feel like they should be a holy war, the jihadists who want to like fucking have a holy war, especially when like they're not even fighting against Christians. Like, the United States isn't made up of only Christians, and those Christians aren't about to go to war with Muslims. Like, none of that is happening. It's only happening in the minds of the jihadists. Like, I mean, I don't speak for Christians, but like, I think that I talked about everything that I want to talk about for that. So let's go on to something fun. Okay, so the All-Star basketball game happened also, and that was All-Star celebrity basketball game. That was really fun. Monet Davis, girl. Oh, I've switched teas. I'm on to green tea because this is a long post. So now we're back to green tea. Okay, so Monet Davis, a Little League superstar. Dude, she's like an amazing pitcher. I don't know how old she is. I think she's like 11. She's some little age. And then there was Blake Leeper, who was part of the Paralympics. He has no legs. And he's a track Olympian. Look him up. Blake Leeper. He's like got such a great personality. I could see it through the camera. There was Robert Pera, who is the owner of the Memphis Grizzlies, a basketball team, and he actually had mad skills on the court. And then there was Shoni Schimmel. Oh my God, she's a basketball player as well. She's so good. Then there was Win Butler, who is super unassuming, and he's like the lead singer of Arcade Fire, which most of you guys don't even know about Arcade Fire. I don't know any of their songs, but I've heard of them. It's a band. And he was like, run up and down that court too, completely unassuming, did not look like he played basketball ever in his life. And he was killing it on the court. Then there was Taylor Diggins, and she's the WNBA star as well. And that bitch was flawless. I mean, her face was like, she had a blush on, she had her eye makeup on. It was like a stark smoky with her lashes, girl. She was flawless, running around sweating, didn't even look like, she looked like she had waterproof makeup on. I wanted to be like, girl, what company is that? Like, what foundation are you wearing right now? Flawless. And there were some other good people, like Anthony Anderson did a good job. Chadwick Boseman, he was on the team, he did a good job. The West won though. Hey, the West killed it. Oh, and there was Jesse Williams. Girl, like, woo, Jesse Williams. He is fine, girl. I didn't even know about him. He's on Grey's Anatomy. Girl, fine. Fine, girl. He hurt himself. When I saw him, he fell. It was so sad, but he's really good too. Kevin Hart was being funny the whole time. He was funny. He was literally antagonizing people on the court. Common was okay. I think next year I'm gonna really watch it. I don't really know about the All-Stars NBA stuff, and now I got a little glimpse of it, so next year I'm gonna be into it more. Gaga is getting married. Did you guys see her heart-shaped ring? I'm not even into like rings like that. I'm not into engagement rings and stuff like that. It's so far off my radar, but that heart engagement ring is so pretty. I wish her the absolute best. I wish them both the absolute best. I hope they're together forever. Woo, that was a lot. That was a lot, you guys. Thanks for sticking with me. I kind of want to know and get engaged, like who is actually watching my videos to the end. Type butterfly in the comment section if you have watched this video to the end. I'm thinking about changing up my content a little bit and doing something to cast a wider net to get a wider audience. While I love my core audience and I love all of my new subscribers and my old subscribers, I just kind of want to see something. I need to experiment a little bit with this channel, so I will be doing that. I think that Dark Skin Divas, the name of it, doesn't tie me into only doing beauty, and of course I will be up on beauty stuff and trying to bring it back to beauty, but I think that, like I said before in previous videos, that like this platform could be used for other things, mainly to further my acting career. I really enjoy explaining things to people, so I feel like if you like that, then maybe I'll do more of that, kind of breaking down what's happening in the news and in the world. So Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. It's important for my channel. It's important for my platform. It's important to get it out there. So if you can remember to do that, that would be awesome-tastic. And have a fantastic day. Bye.